Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Ensis from Canto or V Canto. This is a fantastic all year green fresh fragrance and I'm really excited to review this for you because I love the way that this is perfectly balanced, that works really well year round, but it's green and fresh and uplifting. And yeah, let's just get into the review. I'm putting my microphone right here because a lot of people say even with the microphone they're still having audio issues, so I'm trying to find a better place for this, so please excuse my little nub. Also, transparency purposes, this was sent to me for free to review. I am a huge fan of the house. I have invested money in purchasing fragrances from this house. This particular fragrance was sent to me for free to review. I also have a coupon code where you can save 15% off of this fragrance or any other fragrance on the site, so Avant-Garde. I will link that below. I always like to let you guys know where I got a bottle of perfume, whether I invested my own money in it, whether it was a gift from family or friends, swap, or was sent to me to review. This was sent to me to review. Now, this fragrance is first a shared scent. This smells like a shared scent. It doesn't smell masculine. It doesn't smell feminine. What I mean by that is fragrances you'd normally find on the men's fragrance aisle or the women's fragrance aisle. You can wear whatever you want. This smells like a really beautiful shared scent. And I like that this is a very green fragrance, but it has notes in it that really elevate the greenness, but also kind of cut through it and make it something really special. But it's also a very effortless fragrance to wear. I like how it also smells like something you could wear casually or formally, and we'll get into that. There's a lot of different notes in here. You have bergamot, you have pansy, you have like leaf absolute, you also have black currant in here, you have rose, you have lily of the valley, there's a steel accord, there's an oxygen accord, there's a variety of different notes in here. This is primarily a green and fresh fragrance, but it does have a coolness and a slight ozonic kind of undertone vibe to it. Very light. It doesn't smell kind of dusty like a lot of other ozonic fragrances do have, but it does make it a little bit fresher and a little bit more interesting to the nose and on the skin. I would say that this fragrance, at least the first time I smelled it on my skin within the first like 20 to 30 minutes, mimicked like if you ever have like a bouquet of flowers and you know you have to like trim the stems before you kind of like put them in a vase. Have you ever like smelled like that rush of polyphenols, that green, bright crispness? That's what this smelled like to me initially. The florals in here, although they are very distinctive, very beautiful flowers, they are more nuances in the background that work with the greenness and the composition of this fragrance rather than being like a true floral green fragrance. And I like that, and I think that works really well. Sometimes florals can overtake fragrances, and I do love floral fragrances. It's one of my favorite. I like smelling like flowers, but what I like too is seeing florals used to kind of elevate compositions and formulas, and this composition is something very green and very crisp. Again, it's slightly cool, slightly ozonic, little bit spicy, not too much, just a touch, but it's very green and very crisp and very fresh, but there's not a sharpness to this either. Sometimes very green, fresh, spicy fragrances can be on the sharper side. There's no sharpness to this fragrance at all, which I find to be really appealing, but I also like sharpness too, but this doesn't have it. Now, this is the type of fragrance that, like, I live in Florida, so it's like 12 months out of the year, it's like 90 degrees and 150% humidity. It's awful. But if you're the type of person where you live in an environment where you have real seasons, real changes in the weather, you probably have a real fragrance rotation in regards to summer fragrances, springtime fragrances, fall and winter fragrances. And so you might have to kind of put away your summer fragrances for your winter fragrances because there are some notes, some formulas that don't work or perform well or smell their best in those environments. It doesn't mean that you can't wear them, they just don't work very well. A lot of fresh, citrusy, bright green fragrances will get lost in wintertime, and some of the more heavier winter appropriate fragrances smell muddy and heavy and are oppressive in hotter weather. Now, if you like green fragrances, if you like fresh fragrances, if you like that profile and you want to invest in a fragrance that you could literally wear year round, Ensis is the fragrance for you. And that really has to do with that kind of almost like stainless steel accord in here. It gives it a really nice coolness, which almost gives this greenness like a deep green, just very just beautiful crispness, like again, like cutting leaves off of the bouquet of flowers. Not that you smell the flowers, but you smell kind of like the polyphenols rush. It's bright, it's green, it's crisp. It just kind of smells something that just kind of energizes you, but it doesn't smell stereotypically sunshiny and bright. There's a coolness to this that's really nice. It almost smells like there's a touch of mint or a little bit of cilantro in there. Not that I say that it has it, but it smells slightly minty, slightly cilantro. It could be the patchouli. The patchouli is more like the greenish patchouli, more or less of the earthy patchouli. It's really, really nice. I like how this fragrance smells just easy. And when I say fragrances smell easy, there are fragrances out there that have a complexity, that have a depth to them, that tell a story from note to note to note. And as you wear it, you can pick up the different types of the different notes and the different ways that the fragrance smells. Like the rose is picked up here. Here's the iris. There's carrot over here. Here's the patchouli. There's some sandalwood over here. And then you just hear it. And then you have fragrances that just are like a breeze, a breath of fresh air that just kind of take you and they just smell amazing. That's kind of like what this smells like. If you've ever stepped outside and it's like a cool day and it's like leaves and trees and it's just cool and green and crisp and slightly a little bit moist outside, a little bit damp outside, that's what this smells like, only in a beautiful perfumed way. And I think it's really, really special. Now, because this is a green fragrance, again, it's crisp, it's got those beautiful little nuances of florals in the background. It comes off as sophisticated, slightly on the mature side, not in a way that's mature in regards to like more like Chanel No. 5, Shalimar, or more of those kind of like musky, sharp green fragrances. It smells mature because usually when I smell green fragrances with florals, I expect something a little bit more watery, a little bit more bright, a little bit more sunshiny. Those kind of smell more youthful. But the fact that you kind of get more of like an herbaceous, almost again like that slight tingly mint in the background, cilantro in the background, that is kind of like a, I want to say flavor profile, a perfume profile that I find it doesn't smell dated, it just smells a little bit elevated, a little bit more sophisticated, but also very timeless. And this is a very timeless green fragrance that I find to be really, really beautiful. So if you are looking for a green scent that you could wear day or night, casually or formally, any time of the year, I really think Ensis is worth checking out. It is really just very, very beautiful, very special, and again, very easy to wear. So that is my review of this fantastic fragrance. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you had the opportunity to try this scent, I would love to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section, positive or negative. And also, if you have other fragrances from this house you want me to check out, I'm always looking for reasons to purchase new fragrances, so let me know your favorites below. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye!